Good morning, everybody. This is Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel mostly about counted cross stitch and with some antiquing and styling thrown in, usually at the end. So if that doesn't interest you, you don't have to watch it. How are you? How was your weekend? I know it's Wednesday already. Normally I try and record on Sunday or Monday. We had a really busy weekend with Father's Day and we had to go watch Reese's T-ball game and yeah, it was just, we had stitching at the shop on Saturday, and so it was a busy weekend. And then I had to help Melanie out on Monday, which was fine. I wanted to help her, so I'm not complaining about it, just that it did take some time. And so here we are, it's Wednesday, and I thought I'd try and do a little short recording and add to it later, because it's 8 o'clock, and I'll have to leave in an hour to go to work, and I haven't had breakfast yet. I have to have breakfast before I can take my pills, so we're just going to get started on this. I'm just going to show some updates, I think. If you hear the clickety-clack of little paws, we have Charlie and Louie. Go lay down. Louie. They arrived last Friday, and they will go home on Sunday. I think this is probably going to be the last time we watch them. My allergies to Charlie's hair have exploded, and Dan's eyes are being affected, so I think they're probably going to have to find another babysitter because we just can't handle it. It sucks that as you age, your allergies get worse, because I didn't used to have any, well, except for to lilacs. So 1 week a year, I'd have to pick my eyes open. But yeah, it's gotten worse. So anyway, I'm still a little froggy. I don't think I'm 100% over my sinus infection, but I ran out of antibiotic on Monday, so they will only give me 7 days. What can I say? So let's get started. It has been a negative stitching couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on. But I can't get anything right. I'm either doing the wrong color, or I'm stitching in the wrong place, or I've made a mistake in the stitching. Multiple things. But there I am. It is what it is. So little bits of progress and some negative progress. So I'm going to start with Anna-Thiessen. I do not have a picture of it. I can't find, it's over there somewhere, but I've had to pile my stuff up to keep the dogs out of it. So it's over there somewhere. It's a sampler. You've seen it before. I'm on the bottom portion of it, and I'm working on a wreath. So that should help you out in your imagination. And this is where I'm at. And I've added that red part right here. I've added that. I worked a little, filled in a little more down here. But that's all I've gotten. But as I've always said, progress is progress. Forward progress is great. And this was forward progress. I don't think I had a rip out on this one. So we're going to take that as a win. Win. The second thing I'm going to show you is my little spring songbird from Nathnolu. Looks like that. So cute. I hear I have inspired others to go ahead and get the chart. So I'm glad because it's really cute. So I need to thank Nicole the Buckeye Stitcher, because she's the one that originally showed me. She was working on the winter songbird, and she's the one that originally showed it to me. And I thought since it was spring at the time, I would do the spring songbird first and do the winter one later, and pray that we come out with autumn and summer at some point. As far as I know, that hasn't happened yet, but maybe. So here's my progress. And again, I think it's all forward progress on this one. I filled in the white flower here and brought some more of the body part down. It's not a ton because I've been focusing on that sow, the Extraordinary Bird sow, to try and catch up, because as I said in the last video, I had to rip everything out, and this is the one I'm going to show you next. So this is what I'm working on, and I'm not showing any of the further parts of it because I want to get this done before I do anything else. So all of this here and this had to be ripped out because I had this one too far over, and I didn't know how it was going to affect anything, and I didn't want to start off on a wrong note. So I just ripped all of that out and this out, and yeah, ripped that out and put it back in, and that's as far as I've gotten. I've got it put back in. I still have to do the back stitching on the owl, and then I will have caught up to where I was, maybe a little bit further because I've carried some of those legs down a little bit further than I had them. So anyway, I'm stitching mine on 36 count Sequoia from Atomic Ranch. I am loving the fabric, absolutely loving it. But as you can see, I've got everything put back in, but not much further than that. So I have quite a bit of catching up to do. Quite a bit of catching up to do. So that will be what I work on tonight. The last 2 nights I have worked on another project that now has negative stitching in it. I think I might, yeah, I mentioned in my last video that I had a hankering to work on Land That I Love from Teresa Kogut. And that I was going to do these strawberries even though I didn't like them, because I'd started them and I didn't want to rip them out. Well, guess what, folks? I ripped them out. I don't like it. And as I look at it even more, I also don't care for how crowded this looks down here at the bottom. Can you see that? I'm not caring for that either. So I am working on a plan to revamp and add something different in the strawberry band. And then I think I will take this out down here. And I haven't decided for sure what I want to do down here. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what I do. Of course, that may not, that's a long way off. If I got the replacement for the strawberry band done this summer, I will count that as a win. Again, this is one of those that I'd really like to finish, but I don't know for how long I'll work on it. I don't know. Anyway, just to show you, I spent considerable time ripping those strawberries out. So they are no more. I have to defuzz it yet because I finished ripping out last night at, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And then I went to bed. So that is where we're at, is back to just the top part. At one point, I considered just doing that and making it a drum, because it'd be a cute drum. But I'm gonna persevere, and I'm gonna go forward and hopefully not regret my choices in life. So I will share with you what I am putting in there, because I do know what I'm doing. So I will share that with you when I make a little bit of forward progress. And that is everything that I have to show you as far as stitching goes. Not much going on at work. I've been working on framing quite a bit. It's slow going. I have 2 large projects I have to stretch. And that's gonna hurt. That's just gonna hurt. So I'm not looking forward to it, but I want to get those stretched. I've got some that I need to order frames for and try and get finished, because that clock for State Fair is ticking loudly in this ear, because it's the only one I can hear out of right now. This ear, not so much. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Sherry's coming in today so that I can focus on framing, and she can handle the customers that come in, and hopefully I can get one of the large ones stretched. I have one that's ready to go in the frame, so I'll get that one put in the frame, and hopefully I can get one of the other ones stretched, and I will count that as a productive day, because like I said, they're large. I'm even starting to turn down some of the larger things, like his eyes on the sparrow. If it's stitched on 28 count, I just don't think I can do those anymore. It makes me sad, but I just don't think I can physically handle it with my neck and shoulders. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'll probably add to this. Connie posted on the last video that I posted, which had the antique haul on the end of it. And she posted in the comments with a crying emoji that said, "You went without me." Connie, you should have had your surgery during the wintertime when you can't normally get here, and you could have come with me, because your knee would have been all better by now. So she's recovering nicely. She might not say that, but she's recovering nicely, and hopefully we'll see her. We're going up her way for vacation, so hopefully we can meet in the middle somewhere, and I can hand off her stuff that I bought for her on my way back from market. So that's my plan anyway. We'll see whether it works out. All right, I'm going to let you go, eat my breakfast, go to work, have a great day. You guys have a great day. Get lots of stitching done, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hey, it's me again. Just thought I would pop in. I'm at the shop, and it's kind of quiet today. It's like 103 degrees outside, and the tropical humidity. It was like you could cut it with a knife humidity last night when I was letting rags in, and I thought, ooh, tomorrow's going to be beastly. So I think the customers I had came in early to beat the heat, and so I thought I would take a minute to do a quick little mini chart of the day. I only chose 4 fabrics. I do not have the called for. So let's get this started. It is called Ducks in the Orchard from a Gardener's Needle. Looks like that. I thought it was a really cute chart. However, it uses fabric that I don't have, which is Dirty Pirate. Love the name, from Barefoot Needle Art. Called for 36 count. And then it uses, she gives a DMC conversion, but it also uses like Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and I think a weeks or 2. Yeah, or 4, or 6, or 8. I don't know. There's a lot of colors. I thought it was a really cute design. And it's a new to the shop designer. I don't know how long that designer has been around, but it's new to the shop. So I thought I would just give you a little peek at it and at the threads and some fabric that I've chosen, and we'll go from there. So the first fabric I thought looked similar to this. Again, I have no idea what Dirty Pirate looks like, but I thought this would work, and it looks good with the colors. It's 40 count shale from Picture This Plus. It's kind of a grayish with purple undertones, and quite a few colors. It's got a couple DMC, couple either that or I was out of it. I pulled this like a month ago and have never gotten to it, so today's the day. So the colors look like, let me get them spread out for you because I couldn't find my thing that I normally use. So we're just going to have to go with it here. Just going to have to go with the flow. So there's the colors. Looks good on there. This is a 18 count Ada Hazelwood from Fiber on a Whim. Looks like this. And with colors on there. This one is not my favorite. I will be quite open and honest with you about this. It's not my favorite, but it would work. It'll work. Good Lord. Okay. Let's try that. So that's an option for people. I also pulled Oaken. This is 40 count Oaken from Picture This Plus. Again, it's another neutral. It has slight purple undertones this time. Sometimes Oaken comes in green, sometimes it comes in with the pinky purpley undertones. This particular time it came in the pinky purpley undertones, and I like that with this. I think that would look really good. And then finally, I did a little out of the box, and I pulled 32 count Jack Frost linen. And this might be my favorite. I just think the colors look really pretty on there. It would make a good background, like the sky. So it's kind of my favorite. This or the shale would be my choices Oaken would come in third, and the hazelnut fourth. So what's your favorite? Tell me what your favorite is. Tell me what you'd rather stitch it on. Tell me, do you like this chart? I think it's really cute. It's got the ducks, the house, it's got an interesting border. You know, it's got these like cross things, and then with the flowers in the middle of it. So it's an interesting border. I thought the house was cute. I like the roof line. There's just a lot to like about this chart. So tell me what you think about it in the comments below, please. And I have one other thing to show you while I'm putting this away. Just a reminder, well, probably by the time you see this one, I will already be back from vacation. So maybe I don't need to remind you, because I don't know if I have one or two already in the can. Look at me getting all filmy in the can. Anyway, I have a finish to show you. I finished the stitching on this quite some time ago, but I did not get the framing done because the frame was back ordered and back ordered and back ordered and back ordered, and it finally came in. So now it's not back ordered, and I got it finished just in time, because I am sending my Wizard mat cutter back. It's a computerized mat cutter, and it sits there and does nothing for 99% of the time, and I just can't justify the cost, so it is going back. So this was the last mat that I am cutting. So here it is. It's JBW. It's Eliza's Birds. Came out at market not this last time, not this year, but last year, so 2024. And I did mine on 40 count Dulce de Leche with the called for colors, and then I matted it, and yeah, so that's, I'm sorry for the glare. It's just what happens when you put glass on, and if you mat something, you should put glass on it. So that's what I have to show you. I've got my Hawk Run Hollow stretched. I'm just trying to decide on which frame I want, and then I'm gonna get that one framed. It might even end up going to the fair. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even remember what I sent last year. I don't know what I have to go this year. I feel like I've been doing a lot of stitching, but it's mostly been negative stitching. So I'm hoping that you guys are doing a better job of stitching than what I currently am. What else do I have to say? Is there anything else going on? No. I reached out to a couple of designers to see if they'd be willing to come and do some sort of event here in the shop. Haven't heard back from any of them at this point anyway. I'm sure they'll respond at some point. But yep, reached out for some sort of, I don't know, a class or an event of some kind would be nice, I think, or a trunk show, or yeah. But so far I haven't heard back. But I just did it yesterday, so, you know, I don't expect a response right away. And let's see, that's all I have for now. I may add to this, I may add this to another part, or this may be its own separate video, and I don't know. But I hope you have a wonderful weekend. This is Saturday, so you won't see it on a Saturday. So when you see it, it'll probably be a Tuesday. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you either later or in the next one. You take care until then. Bye! It's Christmas in July. Did you know that? Are you stitching for it? I am not stitching anything for the actual Christmas in July, but I thought I would show a couple of my favorite things that have been stitched that are Christmassy, in case it might inspire you to do something. The first one I'm going to show is, I believe it's called Cranberry Christmas. It is from Artful Offerings. It is probably one of my favorite Christmas pieces that I have stitched. I love the Christmas trees in it. I love how they did that. It was the frame. This is a new frame. It's the same frame that was on it, but it's a new frame because when they came in to try and do some soundproofing, and I told them I didn't want them to do it while I was on vacation, they did it anyway, and they got some of that expandable foam all over a couple of my pieces, luckily just on the frame themselves and not on the stitched piece. But so I had to order a new frame because they ruined the old one, and I tend to work my own stuff in when there's time, and so it took me a while. So it looks like this. Look at these cool trees. Aren't they the neatest thing? I just love this piece. I did change the color of the house. It's DMC, and I think it's I don't know. I'd have to look it up. If anyone's interested, I will put it in the description box, what I did on that. But I just think it's a beautiful piece. Very simple. But I love this one. So that's number one. Number two, this is one that Dan stitched. I think it's also Artful Offerings. And he stitched this one. I don't know the name of it. Again, I'll put it in. I'm doing this on the spur of the moment. So forgive me for not knowing the name or the fabric or anything else about it. That one was 40 count. The first one was 40 count Winter Brew. I know that. This one is probably 32 count. I'm going to say Vintage Tundra. It looks like Vintage Tundra from Lakeside. And it was stitched by Dan. And I'm going to guess it's 32 because he likes to use 2 threads. So oh, look, I have it. No, I just have it at Black Horse with Plaid Blanket. So. But I love this one too because I like horses. If you didn't know that, I love horses. I used to have horses. I had a horse named Shazada. She was a Palomino quarter horse. And Dan had a half Arabian, half quarter horse named Jasper. And then Shazada had a baby. So we had an albino. And his name was Tempest. And then later on we had Blue, who was a quarter horse, and we had Gypsy, who was my daughter's horse. So I miss him. But anyway, so I love this one because it's a horse and I like the blanket. And again, it's just really simple. So it's one of my favorites. And the last one I'll show you today is from Shannon Christine. It's called Looks Like Christmas. And I'll hold it up separately, but first, this is kind of how I have it styled. I had Dan make me the cart, the wagon, whatever you want to call it. So I had him mimic this as best he could. And then I've got, got a little package in there, just kind of, because there's a little package. So I kind of have mimicked. So smells like there's something in that package. This is just a hard finish. And I put a little Christmas fabric on the back side, a little fluff on the front. So it's just it's a hard finish. Not hard to do, but you know, it's hard. It's not a soft, squishy pillow or anything. And it looks like this. And see, there you can see kind of the little package there, little Christmas tree. So this one is also one of my favorites. And I think he did a stellar job with the making the wagon look like the one in the design. So just thought I'd share those with you. Maybe inspire you if you're doing Christmas in July. Bye.